Whenever you're feeling so stressed and anxiety, just take a deep breath and observe what is happening to your body. Then you realize what is the importance of taking the breath. So, taking a deep breath in a certain way is known as pranayama. Prana means life force, yama means exercising it. It is like if you control thoughts with exercise, it is called meditation. Same way, if you are able to control your breath by doing exercising it, it is called pranayama. Why everyone should do pranayama and why it is especially important in pregnancy? In this video, we are going to discuss this. I am Dr. Anupama. I am a pediatrician and perinatal journey coach, and I am interested in antenatal programming. So, how to prepare for pregnancy? One of the most important guided technique is pranayama. Pranayama is not only actually it will help to control our breath, but internally it will stabilize so many things. So now we will discuss. There is an international article released in International Journal of Ayurveda and Yoga. So we are going to discuss what is there in the article, what has been explained in that article. You would have experienced whenever you are feeling anxious, your breath rate will increase. Whenever you are sitting comfortably and watching movie, your rate of breath will be in a different way. When you are running and your different energy level states, your breathing pattern also will change. Means your body and breath are interconnected. Whether you understand it or not, it is interconnected. But to increase the importance, the connection between these two, one of the way to do a mindfulness is by controlling breath. Second important thing, during pregnancy, mother is completely transforming from a particular certain weight to a certain weight. She will at least gain 10 to 12 kgs to up to 20 kgs. Means all the weight is getting on her legs and pelvic muscles only. The abdomen is getting distended. So muscle strengthening is important. This all can be done with the help of pranayama. By exercising, by inhaling the breath in a certain way, you can improve 3 important types of muscles. One is diaphragm, which is a main muscle which is used for our breathing purpose, and intercostal muscles and clavicular muscles. Many of the pregnant women might be suffering from difficulty in breathing. She will feel restlessness, and to take breath it will be difficult because the entire weight which is starting on her body, putting on weight, will cause all these things. So during the preparation phase, if you practice pranayama, all these breathing difficulty problems will get relieved. And second important thing, many of the pregnant women who are suffering from gestational diabetes or pregnancy-induced hypertension or hypothyroidism, hormonal disturbances, all these things are due to just hormonal imbalance or your energy level disturbance. So to stabilize your energy, this pranayama will help in an excellent way. So just maintaining for 10 minutes, if you categorize like spare 10 minutes in your day, the number of breaths if you practice, it will give an extra life for you, because every one of us know there is in our life there is limited number of breaths. Whether we use it in a very quick way, our lifespan will get decreased. If you use it in a certain way, we can prolong our life journey. If you see dog will inhale very fastly, so the lifespan of dog is very less. Whereas if you see tortoise, it will take slow deep breaths and release. So it has a very good lifespan. So everyone's lifespan is dependent on number of breaths. But why we should now practice pranayama? Because if you go into a flight mode, like if you suddenly if anyone lion comes or any sudden situation comes, what you will do? You will suddenly start running and all. No? So for that to happen, how much exhausted you might be by seeing that situation, entire your sympathetic system will get activated and it will rush the adrenaline and cortisol, known as stress hormone, which will cause you to run and it will give instant energy. Correct? But that instant energy is good for us small time. If that amount of stress hormone is released in our body throughout the day, it will start damaging. It will go into an adverse effect. Any medicine you take, it has an in certain quantity it will do good for you. If you take in large quantity it will do bad for you. Same way for the active stressful situation, if you want to act your body in a certain way, that small amount of stress hormone is useful for you. But if the stress hormone is releasing throughout your entire day, it will start eating your organs and you will start becoming diseased. What is this is? Disease is nothing but is our easy situation. This is means our body is in uncomfortable position. That is called disease. So this disease can be alleviated, suppressed by making our body in comfortable position. So that can be done with the help of pranayama. And if you are normal pregnant women without suffering any of these diseases, like I mentioned in gestational diabetes or pregnancy-induced hypertension, still you have to practice pranayama, because to help in normal delivery, your body, it is like in our books it has been written that at a time if 20 bones has been broken, fractures in our body, how much pain will be there. So such amount of pain will be perceived by the pregnant lady during her labor process. So for her to overcome that pregnancy labor process in a good way, she has to prepare her body by doing pranayama and breathing exercise. She can control her breath and she can build lot of energy in her body, because we are practicing to control our life force. If we can able to achieve that during however pain will be, how much ever will be your life disturbance filled with anxiety and all, will all come to a rest. And not only for pregnant women, it is important for normal people also. In that article, it has been mentioned that by doing breathing exercise, pranayama exercise, natural killer cells, we will call in our body a certain type of cells called natural killer cells. The number of natural killer cells are increased in the study group where people practice pranayama when compared to control group. Control group means they didn't follow pranayama practices. So what this natural killer cell will do in our body, if any cell has been dysregulated in her metabolism or anything, if we don't leave at that point, if we don't recognize or grab at that point, the cell will go into a complete altered state, which becomes a cancer cell. Okay, and this cancer cell, to convert from this dysregulated cell to cancer cell, natural killer cell will come into action and will grab the cell. Either it will try to maintain it in a normal state. If natural killer cell could not able to do that, it will break the cell. It will break the cancer cell, so that our body will be filled with only good cells. So there is so much importance of natural killer cells in our body. These cells will be released by doing pranayama. It has been mentioned particularly that 40 to 50% of natural cell production will increase by doing pranayama in that International Journal of Yoga. And one more thing, pranayama is useful for our to maintain the hormonal imbalance, as we mentioned, and gestational diabetes, pregnancy-induced hypertension, and for asthma people or any people suffering from interstitial lung disease. Nowadays, post-COVID, everyone is aware of pranayama, how it is useful to increase our lung capacity. What is happening in pranayama actually? We will discuss first asthma part. Asthma is nothing but her lungs are fine, but the airway, which we call, will get constricted very badly. So if they don't practice breath, how to take in that situation, it will be very difficult. See, anyone who is like, if you see Virat Kohli, he is doing very well during the pitch, during the cricket main match. But why he is doing that? Because he is practicing it. If he practices it, then only he can do in the situation very nicely, isn't it? Same way, everyone should practice pranayama and get to know what is we should become. It should become our subconscious mind, register in subconscious mind, so that then when your labor comes, or when you are in acute attack of asthma, or when you are suffering from cancer, or if you are suffering from any anxiety stress situation, then only you could able to implement the pranayama strategies during that situation. That's why daily practicing pranayama and making it register in our subconscious mind is very, very important. Now, how we have to do some pranayama? There are multiple poses, different pranayama techniques, but just everything fundamental base is doing 4 phases of pranayama. That is nothing but phase 1, we have to inhale the breath. So deep inspiration will cause entry of air into and fill our lungs. If we casually take the breath, 70 to 80% or 60 to 70% of our lungs will be filled with air. But you intentionally take the breath, 80 to 90% of your alveoli will get activated. So take a deep breath, number 1. Number 2, hold the breath. Number 2 step is holding the breath. By holding, the air which is already inside your lungs will rotate at a higher speed, and it will, whatever oxygen is required for the lungs, it will be taken up by the body. Next, number 3, slowly release the air out. This is called exhalation. By doing this, along with the entered air, it will take all the toxins from the body and it will release into outside. So your body will be filled with previous, because of anxiety situation or energy disturbances or your work pressures and all, so much toxins will be produced in our body. Now every one of us know that toxins not only released by our liver excreted, but also lung also helps in excreting our toxins. Correct? So during exhalation, along with the unaltered like carbon dioxide, so many toxic particles also will get released into the air. So slow exhalation should be your 3rd step. 4th step is an empty state. So you have released the entire air out into the lungs and you will remain empty. So certain amount, in this phase only 20 to 30% of your lungs will be filled with air. So this is just nothing but giving rest to the lung, preparing the lung for the next breath. So this is the detailed description of 1, 2, 3, 4 of pranayama. By doing this, your muscles, outside muscles will get strengthened. Number 2, inside alveoli will become more activated, because till now, unconsciously, casually, we are activating only 50 to 60% of our lung cells. Now, by intentionally doing this, 70 to 80 to 90% of your lung will get activated. So, more number of cells, more number of air, and you will have good supply of oxygen to your body and you will feel even more refreshed. Active exhalation, slowly practicing this will help to remove all the toxins in your body, and an empty state will prepare your lung in a better way. So just try to follow all these 4 practices. It is not only for pregnant women, it is for all working or in every age group, from children to adult. And the most best important thing is, like I told, in antenatal programming, whatever mother is thinking will get implanted in your baby. Correct? So if you practice during pregnancy the breathing technique and pranayama in a good way, your child also will learn. It will inheritedly inside the deep brain connections, the importance of pranayama will be inculcated in your child. So your child also will get benefited. No need to tell him after he is born for 4 years, 5 years children, no need to tell do pranayama, because they already know, they already learned in your pregnancy phase. They will do on themselves. They will easily recognize and know the importance, so they will do it. So these are all benefits of pranayama. This is what we are doing daily practicing in Miracle Morning Transformation sessions. So I want every one of you to implement it. Knowledge is everywhere. There are many YouTube channels describing about pranayama, what is the importance of meditation, everything. Every time you have 2 choices. Either you can listen to the voice which is and leave it. Number 2 is action. Doing the action only will give you the result. Listening to the voice or listening to the information doesn't give you any result. Hope you understand my intention and start doing pranayama from today itself and enjoy the benefits. We will meet in another video with one more interesting topic. Until then, bye bye.